This is the Bill Squire Show.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. I'm Bill Squire.
I am Pants Lee, and I am absolutely a cop.
I am also a cop today. But, you know, it's Sunday. We're recording on a day we don't normally record. It was a weird week for me. Going to get in on Tuesday. But, you know, I just want to get in and make sure we put something out.
I think it was a weird work week for all of us.
A lot of people had a weird week, yeah.
I mean, I want to not be a cop tonight so fucking bad.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're recording hot off of Browns winning a game they had no business winning. But, yeah, I'll behave myself.
It was, I'm sure it's going to be interesting. I'm doing a show over at Hilarities with Billy Wayne Davis after this. And we'll see if there are people, because usually the people that celebrate don't want to go sit in a comedy club.
I'm not trying to curse you. There's bound to be a couple idiots that are going to just stumble in there.
Yeah, we'll see. If not, I mean, if they are, it's not like I can't handle it.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, honestly, probably as much as I loathe setting the stage for crowd work, it'll make for good crowd work if it happens.
All right, like I said, we did a 90-minute episode last week, so you're getting like not a very long one today. Oh, okay.
Get a little digested
version.
We're
gonna get a
little
quick,
appetizer.
Yeah, just a little something.
Yeah.
So I went to a haunted house on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare Cleveland, had a great time. Love a good haunted house.
Was it in Cleveland or was it like out in?
No, it was in Cleveland. It was like that Cleveland Parma border where it's like everybody calls it Parma, but it's technically Cleveland still.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So it was there right by that Best Buy and like.
Oh, yep, okay.
That 480 gauntlet. That
so
is
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Everyone, I call it Parma, but it's Brooklyn.
Parma, Brooklyn, Cleveland, whatever. I think it still has a technical Cleveland address.
You're probably right about that.
So it was fun, but it got me thinking. You know, it's scary because people are jumping out at you. But what would be the actual scariest haunted house? So we're just gonna go through some stuff real quick. To think of,
like I already got it.
Absolutely, terrifying things that you have to encounter at a haunted house. What's yours right off the bat?
Just the house of punishers. Just a house of people that you know that are alone at a bar for a very specific reason, and they just start talking to you, and you can't get out of the conversation.
Yeah,
you know
that's the first room you get in there, and you're in there for. You're in there for 3 hours.
Here's the scenario.
Talking about Gaza.
Yeah. You're subject to some dude giving you his not so nuanced take on how simple the solution to the Gaza Palestine-Israel conflict is. But the haunted houses, they somehow have technology that saps your phone battery as soon as you walk in. And it's not even a haunted house. It's just like a house. And just there's nothing but there's not a babe to be found, not a cool dude to be found, just a house of punishers.
House of Punishers. I love House of Punishers. That's a terrifying one.
House of Punishers is honestly kind of a sick name.
Sick name too. Yeah. That one's brutal. That would be harder to get through than the legendary one in like California where like they can like stick you with needles and shit and like you win $20,000 if you make it through.
Is this like an actual Saw movie? Like
kinda,
you're walking into?
It's kind of, like they waterboard you and shit.
I know there's houses where they're allowed to, you sign waivers or whatever and they touch you and shit, which is like whatever, but I don't know. I'm not doing a haunted house where they stick you with shit.
Right, like they can basically torture you with this one, and but the idea is that if you get through it, you win like a massive amount of money. But,
I don't like,
but nobody like they set it up so that nobody can withstand.
So it's like a giant carny game where it's like rigged, and you're never
gonna win it.
Then you just walk out with a bunch of open wounds and cuts.
I don't know if they're actually cutting you open, but they're doing fucked up shit. Like they're waterboarding you, they're like tying you up and stuff. So here's mine. Here's mine. I mean, there's easy ones. A room of your exes. That's a terrifying one. The one that I think is hilarious. A room and it's just all receipts for Uber Eats that you. And then the grand total of what you spent on Uber Eats and DoorDash is just flashing.
I'd rather get stuck with needles by strangers than fucking take a look at
everybody that like depends on you and is friends with you like is there seeing how much you spent how much money on food.
Bro, were you with
like
$62? Were you with somebody? And like, no, this was me.
Just me.
I mean, if you're gonna order a sandwich, you might as well order like some sides, and you might as well order a second sandwich for the next day.
It's grocery shopping at that point. Like
bachelor grocery shopping, man. That is a video like a haunted house where you just walk into a room and it's a screen that's a highlight reel of every time you got blackout drunk and you have to just watch yourself.
That's a bad one. That would be a tough one.
Yeah.
That'd be real bad.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Every you up text you've ever sent.
That's a good one, but I have always like DM'd and texted chicks with the knowledge that I'm just getting that shared with their group chats.
Yeah. I mean,
so like I don't look. There's probably some real embarrassing ones in there, but not my greatest.
That's not gonna be that's like a middle room just to like pace.
Yeah, no, yeah,
to
not
pace
to
through the haunted house.
Not to hijack the narrative. No. I'm actually kind of proud of a lot of my work, to be very honest. In that, so maybe a haunted house where I have to watch myself have sex.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, or you just have to see your own cum face.
Just sweaty, fucking beet red face, just like the camera's looking up at you.
That weird groans and
OnlyFans presents the OK Pants House of Horrors.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, dude, Punishers. I think honestly, the fears.
I mean, Punishers is also just kind of Thanksgiving, like for some people.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a little bit of that, but
I saw some family this weekend that I haven't seen in a while, and it's like an aunt that I have blocked on Facebook and stuff because she's just like sharing stuff constantly, and it's like I don't even want to engage in the stuff, but it's just like it just kept showing up in my feed. I'm like, I don't want to see this stuff. Just annoying.
I block a lot of not family members, but I block a lot of people just because I'm like, I know you in real life. Yeah. And I'm like, you're not nearly this annoying in real life.
Right.
Like, I don't want to start thinking less of you.
Yeah.
Because
it does make me think less of people when they're like just intentionally like baiting people to try and like fuck with them.
It's like, I'm not doing this for me. I'm just doing this because I want to respect you still. And it's not even like people posting like Indian people smell funny or something like super shitty like that.
Dumb stuff even.
Yeah, it's just like you'd say, no, this isn't you.
Just like unpopular opinions just to get people like fired up or whatever.
I mean, I honestly, a house of opinions would be terrifying to me, where someone could just tell me their opinions.
Is very scary.
Because let me tell you what I can't stand. House of revisions on my work. House of unsolicited revisions.
Ooh, house of comments on my comedy. Even if it's good, I still hate them. Like,
really?
I don't like. I mean, they're fine, but like, I just laugh, just do laugh emojis.
You dwell in terror then on a daily basis.
I mean, it's like I had a video hit on Reddit this weekend, and it's got almost 2 million views and hundreds of comments, and I just like have to open Reddit very specifically so I don't see the comments. The comments that I have seen have been positive, but I just don't want to see them still. Like I just want like it. I know it's good, so like whatever,
Is it morbid curiosity? You'll find yourself sometimes just kind of seeing what's doing in there.
It's not even morbid curiosity. It's sometimes I'll do it just to pump it up in the algorithm.
Oh, okay.
Like it's more strategic than that, but I really don't want to see the comments.
No, I don't like
But yeah, House of Revisions is good, or House of let me tell you how. Here's one. You can use that in your act stories.
Oh my god,
man, those are the baddest. Those are the worst things in the world. Where someone
use that in your act.
After the show, someone corners you, basically a Punisher, and they'll tell you a terrible story and be like, "You should use that in your act." And it's like, I will never ever do that.
For as much as I'm not accomplished as a comedian, as an open micer, I do get a fair share of you can use that in your act. Which I'm like, do you understand? No. My act is 5 minutes at High and Dry every so often,
right.
Like you could use that in your act. Like you could not be a pussy and try your own open mic.
Right, go do it yourself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I never do that. I just like to write for people. No, you don't. You
don't.
You don't do anything.
Yeah, dude. It's like I do comedy because I just want to get thoughts out of my head. And I honestly, like, for as much as every other aspect of my life involves having to listen to people, that's not what I want,
Yeah.
That being said, I mean, I went up Thursday night. That was the first time I did it in a year or two.
You did good.
It felt great, and I honestly, after a day of
after I had a meltdown on stage,
I think that kind of set the table where I'm like, oh, no one cares here, nothing matters. I was like, kind of, I didn't feel pressure, but I was kind of like, yeah, no, it almost is easier when the crowd is kind of just gonna be there and not really respond if you. So you just like,
yeah.
I don't know.
But I just went up there like wanting to have a good set, and they didn't respond to what I was putting out there, and it just really bummed me out. And so then I would just like let the emotions of the week overtake me, and it just
but it didn't. It seemed controlled. It didn't seem like you were like.
It still feels terrible.
I didn't. I'll tell you. I didn't grab my phone to videotape you at any point, so it wasn't that embarrassing.
Okay, good. Good. I did do the mic drop, and I mean I thought that was gonna get more of a laugh too. I was just trying stuff.
It just some nights people just don't want to. People want to apparently come to comedy shows and not laugh at anybody.
Right, because they didn't even laugh at the person they went to see.
No, you put up what, 8 comedians that night?
Yeah, Steve Mers crushed it though.
Yeah, but I feel like Mers could wake the dead with his jokes too. Yeah. Like Mers' one-liners and stuff are fucking crazy.
They're very like attention getting in a bar. Like they're perfectly designed for a room like that.
Yep, I'm not gonna say like pretend like I'm the next Chappelle or whatever, but it's like, yeah, I was like, I know I've done my stuff enough to know what works and what doesn't. When I was kind of just getting just. I was like, all right, we don't want to be here tonight.
The good news is I had a very nice palate cleanser on Saturday where I did stand up at the Ohio Theater opening for Ryan Hamilton, and that went really well. So
did you end up watching the Allens that night too?
Yes.
How'd that go?
Oh yes. Let me tell. We'll do a quick review of the Allens, and then we'll get out of here. But went to the Allens, and they did a couple of things that they did here, but then a lot more, and it's a lot of mentalist stuff, a lot of tricks, and for like the space that they're in, like they do such a good job with it. And I was really excited though, because there was a decent amount of black people in the audience, and I thought they were gonna be going crazier. I know that's a stereotype, but I wanted a little bit more of a David Blaine street.
Were
magic.
they weren't it just was everybody,
it was great. It was fine, but. Like I could feel like I heard a little bit from one of the ladies, and she go, "Oh no shit!" Like and like I feel like her friends were like quiet. I'm like, no, let her fucking rock. Let her be.
Let it go. Let it go.
Like say, oh hell no, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of the same as the open mic at High and Dry, where it's like, why'd you come?
Right.
Like, why did you come if you didn't want to be amazed and have a great time and allow yourself to be entertained?
They were a good audience, but I guess their earlier audience was like a little bit more responsive.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing was, Cody Cooper texted me like an hour before the early show was starting. It was his birthday last week, and this is my friend Cody, and he's like, Becky got me tickets to a magic show for my birthday. I'm so fucking mad. And I was like, are you going to see the Allens? He's like, yeah, I think so. I'm like, dude, I'm going to the Late Show. You're going to have fun. And he's like, but I don't like magic. We're comics. We don't like magicians. I'm like, who said that?
Yeah, that's what made up rule is that.
Like that's a dumb thing. Like
I will say there was in the 2000s, I think hipsters decided magic was dorky.
Yeah.
And it did go through like a.
Because there was the whole mystery guy, the pickup artist that was using magic to pick up women.
Oh, he was a magician?
I think he's like, he would do magic at nightclubs.
Oh, that's awful. Yeah. Okay.
So like
that's
that
not,
kind of thing.
No, it's stolen valor. You can't.
Yeah.
So
I think that adds to it, but.
You can't use, I mean, if a woman comes to your magic show and you're already doing magic and you get laid, that's one thing. You can't pull up on a woman.
If you're paid to be at the club to do magic, that's one thing.
Pulling up on a woman doing magic just to try to get pussy seems, I can't respect that. I can't like.
You know what though? If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do.
I also don't like.
That's a lot of practice that they had to put in to make that happen. It's douchey, but hey, they're making it happen.
I'm not trying to be like a hater even. I just don't really approach women in bars. Period. But
I'm a let it
just
come
like
to me.
Just like to see, like to imagine a dude just walk up and do like.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't like.
Yeah, I imagine it's more just like a card trick, but
no, I envision it more like a mime magic. You know, where it's like just really like get the fuck out of my face.
You know what though? If it was a mime magic at a bar, I'd be like, that's fucking hilarious. I actually respect the fuck.
If you put mime, okay, all right. New amendment, not to Bill Maher. New amendment. If you dress up like a mime, paint your face, wear the Hamburglar shirt, and you walk in, and you could pull tail, without saying a word, I have to respect that.
It's it's not the best thing, but it's there's something about it that's cool.
I think it's kind of it's better than being like a DJ or name dropping like
celebrities or
your homebrew.
Yeah. Or your homebrew, or being like, oh yeah, I just got a new car kind of thing.
MGK's my cousin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have him. You want me to call him? I can call him.
I can call him right now.
I'll call him.
That's what I wanted to do today. Like I was trying to think of ideas of just dumb things because like my brain's pretty fried from all the other stuff, and I was like, okay, what could be just me and Pants today? What could be a stupid game we play to kill some time for this episode? And I thought of the Dump 'em Out challenge. And the Dump 'em Out challenge is where you have to get a girl that's you've never seen dump 'em out for you in a video call.
Buddy, I'm losing. I just am. I literally got so sad at the beginning of the Browns game. I sent a tweet out that said send nudes because I was so sad. I thought it was gonna be a fucking massacre.
Yeah.
No one sent me any nudes.
Well, it's also Twitter.
No, I'm not saying they should have tweeted me nudes, but there's.
But I mean.
No, like last year for my birthday, I was so down bad. I think I sent out the send nudes bat signal. Crickets.
Yeah, but that's not how you get them. That's not how you get nudes. You get nudes. You got to establish a bond, and then they'll dump out.
Yeah, but I can't just cold call for tits.
That's why it's a challenge.
I'm not. I could tell you, like, I don't want to be a quitter, but it's not going to go well for me. Like,
I don't think it's going to go well for any of us. I don't think either of us would win.
Buddy, if I had the superpower to literally just text someone that I like knew very surface level,
you
not
don't
at
text
all.
them. You do. This is very invasive.
Like you video call them.
You do a video call with them, and you go, "Hey, I'm in a competition right now. I need a girl to show me her boobs."
Yeah, there's no. I honestly think that might be in breach of.
And you have to say dump them out. If you don't say dump them out, it doesn't count.
I think in certain cities that's against the law.
You're calling someone you know. It just got to be somebody that you've never had dump them out for you.
Well, here's the problem.
You can't like have a ringer.
This is the problem with this challenge. Is if it's a girl.
This is why we're not doing it, by the way.
Oh yeah, To be very clear,
we are
listening
not,
public. Theoretically, if I actually wanted to see this woman naked, there's no way I would ever include her in the challenge because that's a given.
Yeah.
So then I'm just sort of like, I'm looking through the Rolodex for like, what titties do I really could I just live without seeing?
Yeah. It's an interesting one.
Well, how long did you take to come up with this challenge?
I literally thought of it 2 seconds before I walked in here.
I was like, we could, like, Tommy's not here right now. And we could have really done anything that would have been a Tommy-less thing. But this is, because I'm glad you did without her because she'd win.
Yeah, of
course. It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, well, she can't play. She can't play in that challenge. She'll get someone.
What we could do is get her to do it alone and then time her. Like, we could do time trials for her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
But I feel like it would be. I think literally there are not to assume much about women. I think it would just be seconds every time.
Yeah.
Like in seconds, she'd like.
Get it. Maybe we can find out.
It's like, hey,
so we got next episode set up.
Tuesdays, yeah, Tuesday. Yeah. Okay, so there's like been a workshop for Tuesday's activities,
basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, that's it for this week. I gotta go over to Hilarities and tell some jokes. Pants, Old 86 Bar.
And OK Pants on all socials.
And get tickets to my comedy special taping December 22nd. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.